Of course, recognize His Excellency the President of Somalia, Dr. Hassan Sheikh Mohamud, his ministers who have accompanied him here, the sponsors, the organizers, my friends from CMOD University, and all of those who are here to achieve the full integration of Somalia into the East Africa community. As some of you know, I served as the United States Ambassador to the Federal Republic of Somalia until a year ago. So our diplomatic relations with Somalia are now led by Ambassador Richard Riley, who recently arrived. He is leading our embassy team to further strengthen our partnership with Somalia's federal and state governments and with the Somalia's people. I am pleased that our country's role in supporting Somalia's revival is led by such a superb and skilled, highly experienced, intensely dedicated diplomat. So, I am now a professor at the Lyndon Baines Johnson School of Public Affairs, which is a graduate school of the University of Texas, my home state. When a couple years ago, I was contemplating life after diplomacy, CMOD University leaders, including Dr. Dahir Hassan, invited me to meet and speak with their students. I was inspired by their impressive abilities and their great commitment to Somalia. So that encounter with the students led me to considering an academic career, which is what I'm doing now. So that encounter with CMOD University had a profoundly positive effect on me and my family. I am grateful. So what brings me back to Somalia, back home? I am here courtesy of the White Star Business Group, which I recently joined as a part-time strategic advisor. Our Chief Executive Officer, Amira Elmi, is here somewhere. Oh, I don't see her. Oh, here she is. So I'm very grateful to my new colleagues. And among White Star's clients are Salam Somali Bank and Hormuz Telecom Somalia. We just heard from the highly esteemed CEO. So they are, of course, among the sponsors, and they also made it possible for me to be with you today, so I want to express my gratitude to them as well. So the topic of this conference is Somalia's membership in the East Africa community. Somalia joined the East Africa community on 24 November, so that is exactly to the day 7 months ago. The EAC, after a period of dormancy, was reconstituted in 2000 as one of Africa's premier regional economic communities. I want to say, from my experience at our American embassy in Dar es Salaam, our ambassador there is double-hatted. He also is accredited to the EAC headquarters in Arusha. So from my experience there, I came to learn of all of the value that the EAC as an organization brings to its member states. Regional economic integration is the East Africa community's top goal. Somalia has always played a key role in Greater East Africa's business and trade affairs. The Somali people have earned admiration worldwide for their ingenuity, their business acumen, and the tremendous capacity for hard work. That's what they're known for a very good reason. Next week, I will attend Somali Week celebrations in Minneapolis, Minnesota. I'll give a shout out to my friend Mohammed Farah, who is among the prime organizers of Somalia Week. It's a big national event in the United States. Top Minnesota leaders and national leaders will speak out about the great contributions of Somali Americans in the advancement of their American communities. We recognize and appreciate the contributions of our fellow citizens who have Somali origins. It is evident to me that the other 7 member states of the East Africa community realized that their goal of regional economic integration and of obtaining all of the potential economic gains that flow from that integration required inclusion of the dynamic Somali people. That void in the EAC's membership was filled 7 months ago. So I congratulate the government of Somalia for achieving EAC membership. So Somalia's EAC membership occurs in a larger context, which is that of national revival. Progress toward Somalia's full revival, retaking its rightful place among the leading countries of Greater East Africa, was hindered by a devastating drought. Thanks be to God, that disaster is easing. Progress was also impeded by the extremist violence and criminal activities, principally extortion, theft, and smuggling, of a group that has too long terrorized the Somali people. I witnessed how a section of the Somali people rose up against their oppressor, aided by their government and its army, and by their regional international partners, and liberated many communities from this evil group's cruel crimes. That job is unfinished. I am confident that this obstacle to achieving full national and regional prosperity will soon be completely removed. I greatly respect the national, local, regional, and international forces whose coordinated efforts achieved so much over the past 2 years to increase the security for Somalia's people and that of their neighbors. So, how does EAC membership offer greater prosperity for Somalia's people? The EAC's economic integration measures provide access for Somalia's goods and services to an 8-nation market that stretches from the Indian Ocean all the way to the Atlantic. In each of the EAC member states, you find ethnic Somali business leaders, both Somalia nationals and nationals of the other EAC member states, productively engaged in commerce and trade. I am convinced that Somalia will quickly implement the EAC regulatory conventions and obtain the full benefits of market access, resulting in diversification and growth. Infrastructure development will receive increased investment through regional cooperation. The EAC's freedom of movement provisions will promote the exchange of knowledge and skills throughout the EAC member states, reducing disparities in socioeconomic levels. We know this since this trend of equalization exists in other successful economic communities around the world. EAC market access will attract foreign investment. Somali entrepreneurs can leverage EAC networks and resources for growth. Key sectors like agriculture and fisheries will benefit from regional cooperation and innovation. What can Somalia do to harvest and protect these potential gains for its people? Adopt and implement the suite of reforms that will align Somalia with the EAC standards. Progress is being made on that. Just recently, there was a major step forward, and that will continue. Inform Somalia's citizens about the importance of these standards. Finalize the 2012 Constitution through a consultative process that produces an agreed framework for relations between federal and state governments, defining roles and responsibilities in a complementary and optimal manner that respects the unique circumstances of each federal member state. Such a supreme accomplishment will greatly enhance political stability. The history of my own country shows how this process is both challenging and vital to national stability. I wish Somalia's state and federal leaders success in this great task. A well-organized and cohesive Somalia is best positioned to reap the full benefits of EAC membership. I am hoping to publish my remarks. I go into great detail and specific measures that can be taken, but I'm conscious of the time, and so I will find ways of getting it to you. Thank you so much.